Will the U.S. government support Ripple in court? Will the SEC be able to resist Ripple's argument? How much will the XRP court field cost? We will answer these questions in today's video. Eleanor Terrett, a Fox Business journalist, predicts a major SEC announcement tomorrow. Ripple's CC case is nearly finished. Everything has been briefed, according to attorney James K. Filon and Judge Annalisa Torres will make the decision. Before the court ruling, attorney John E. Deaton, who represents thousands of XRP holders as a friend of the court, recently argued that an out-of-court settlement is unlikely. Following the Lelbrie decision and the Fox collapse, the lawyer believed the regulator would fight to the bitter end. As a result, he anticipates a settlement only after a court stays a jury trial and hears appeals. However, since the attorney made this prediction, the Lelbrie case has changed. After supporting Naomi Brockwell's motion to limit the SEC's remedies, the judge clarified his ruling that Lelbrie credit sales were securities and did not apply to secondary market sales, according to the attorney. According to the attorney, the judge forced the SEC to admit that investment contract assets are not securities. As we await the court's decision, Ripple's general counsel compared the SEC's case to the Chinese spy balloon shot down by the U.S. military. This is something Terrett suggests. It comes after Bloomberg reported that the top cryptocurrency exchange is being investigated by the SEC for selling unregistered securities to Americans. According to unnamed sources, the investigation is nearing completion and a settlement may be reached in the coming days. Kraken is the third largest spot crypto exchange, according to CoinMarketCap, with $629 million traded in the last 24 hours. It provides 221 different cryptocurrencies. The report does not specify which of these are considered securities by the U.S. market regulator. The views of the SEC chair on cryptocurrencies explain the reported SEC claims. Gary Gensler believes that, with the exception of Bitcoin, most cryptocurrencies are securities. The SEC charged Gemini and Genesis Trading earlier this year with offering and selling unregistered securities through Gemini's Earn program. On February 8 at 11 p.m., Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong tweeted that he had heard rumors that the SEC would prohibit retail investors from staking cryptocurrency. If true, Coinbase's CEO believes it will be detrimental to the United States. Running blockchains with users, according to Armstrong, improves scalability, security, and carbon footprint. Armstrong also asserts that staking is risky. The CEO of Coinbase has once again called for clear crypto rules to avoid suffocating us technology. Armstrong argued that the SEC's enforcement only approach drives businesses overseas, citing the failure of facts. Staking compensates users for securing crypto assets in order to validate blockchain transactions. Cardano allows for non-custodial liquid staking without tying up funds. The SEC considers cryptocurrency a stake in its jurisdiction. According to Gensler, Ethereum's transition to POS could make it a security. Staking is charged by cryptocurrency exchanges. In January, Coinbase was the second most popular Ethereum network staking service with 12.8 of 16 METH staked. As a result, prohibiting retail staking could harm the company's revenue. The SEC is also looking into Coinbase for selling unregistered securities to customers in the United States. According to the SEC's insider trading case against a former Coinbase project manager and two others, 9 of Coinbase's cryptocurrencies are securities. If the SEC prohibits retail crypto staking, investors may shift to less censored decentralized services like Lido, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. SEC lawsuit against Ripple Labs is not the only battle the company is currently fighting. In fact, there's a court case that has been under trial for a longer period of time. The class action lawsuit filed by XRP investors against Ripple Labs and CEO Brad Garlinghouse, which has been pending since November 2018. The case, which is being heard in the U.S. state of California, is led by lead plaintiff Bradley Sostak, with 3 lawsuits, Zakynov, O'Connor, and Greenwald. Consolidated into one, the plaintiffs accuse Ripple of selling XRP as an unregistered security and seek damages for losses suffered from the sale and alleged promises by Ripple. In addition, the plaintiffs are asking the court to also classify XRP as a security. Attorney John E. Deaton, who is already involved with a respective amicus brief in the Ripple vs. SEC and Lelbrie vs. SEC and Lelbrie vs. SEC cases, is now getting involved in this case as well. As prominent criminal defense attorney James Filan writes in a series of tweets, Deaton is filing an amicus brief in Zakhanov vs. Ripple. Filan writes that the proposed class would include XRP holders around the world, including the 75,890 holders in the SEC case who have joined Ripple's arguments and disagree with the plaintiffs in Zakhanov, saying that XRP is not a security. Moreover, the proposed class action is not limited to direct sales by Ripple, but extends to all sales of XRP, including secondary sales and international sales in countries where the token has already been classified as not a security. Deaton argues in his motion that the court should not certify the class because of these conflicts and because there are only a small number of holders who claim that XRP is an unregistered security, while vastly more token holders worldwide claim that it is not. Just added to our document library. Order granting E. John Deaton own admission pro Hake, vice representing XRP holders in U.S. District Court for Northern District of K, in Ripple Labs ins litigation. Link to order. Fred Rispoli, also an attorney from the community, commented on Deaton's move with applause, saying, being familiar with class actions, the class certification battle is the most important fight in these types of cases. John coming in here in this capacity is a real kick in the balls top. Plaintiff's counsel. And I don't disagree with John, but the ball kick cannot be overstated. For his part, Deaton commented on Filan's announcement on Twitter, saying, whether it's the SEC or a plaintiff's attorney making the absurd argument that secondary market transactions of a token are also securities, it may have been previously offered or sold in a way that violated Section 5 of the Securities Act, I'll see you in court. Publicity-hungry Twitter lawyer John Deaton recently boasted about getting the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, to declare on record that LBRY's LBC token is not a security. Many saw this as a hint that the big bad SEC had been put in its place for overreaching, and that Ripple, another business fighting the U.S. regulator over an alleged unlawful securities offering, may win. Deaton exaggerates, and XRP in any future crypto product will be unaffected. The SEC defeated LBRY months ago. A U.S. federal court concluded that LBRY's LBC token sale was an unregistered securities offering and unlawful. The SEC never called LBC a security. As Deaton notes, Howey cases are about whether the item was offered as an investment contract, not whether it was a security. Investment contracts are securities. LBRY and Ripple are SEC cases. Given that LBC's original sale was unlawful, may bag holders resell tokens on the secondary market. The SEC's proposed phrasing might ban LBRY's direct and secondary sales. The SEC seems unwilling to agree that any secondary market sale would not violate securities laws in court argument. Deaton entered. Naomi Rockwell, a crypto journalist, possesses 261,500 LBC tokens from the secondary market. No LBRY tokens were bought. As an amicus curiae, she asked the court if its LBC token ruling would restrict secondary market sale. Deaton represented her. If not, reject the SEC's wording. Deaton represented Rockwell in a remedies hearing last week. On his own program, Deaton pointed the judge to the widely distributed Lewis Cohen article, which examined 7 decades of securities case law and concluded that the asset underlying an investment contract has never been considered a security. Thus, any SEC order should not prevent LBC holders from selling tokens on the secondary market. Deaton claims he won many industry wins here. That's exaggerating. The SEC would have acknowledged that the pure situation of a wholly independent resale of tokens, the first selling of which was unlawful, is not a securities offering. The SEC never disagreed. Their legal documents confirm. The SEC has repeatedly said that the LBC token is not a security. Therefore, Deaton's on-record claim is meaningless. The SEC's hesitation to declare that no secondary sale constitutes a securities offering is justified. The LBRY case has always been about LBC token sales by LBRY, not secondary sale. The SEC may have submitted an unclear order, but as its documents show, it never intended to make any assertions regarding secondary sales as legality. The court asked the SEC about a simple transfer from one party to another, which the SEC properly recognized would not be a securities offering. However, this does not indicate that no secondary sale could ever be a securities offering, as Deaton claimed. Secondary sales may violate securities laws. Transaction type matters. The judgment does not affect the fact that Elbraz's first offering was an unregistered securities transaction. That's why XRP is under fire, and the Elbraz lawsuit won't impact Ripple's liabilities for its first XRP sale. Ripple officials pledged to develop secondary markets to boost the coin's price, which the SEC claims triggers the Howey test's expectation of profits depending on the actions of others prong.